We keep seeing restaurants being opened up by high-profile chefs on ridiculously expensive fit-outs and usually unsustainable budgets. Most suffer a tragic death, and you don't want to be in the same scrap heap. Show confidence in doing your homework right, with good business plans to impress your bank managers, whoever's financing you. Good business plans impress your bank manager. High egos don't. Find the right location. Do initial research. Study the demographics of the area. You can use ChatGPT or those AI programs these days which help you do it very quickly. To work out the portion of available customers per cuisine, so you get the amount of restaurants in the area of the cuisine you've selected. But anyway, we can go through that in more details in other videos. Once you pick the area you want to be in, check out the rents in the area. Work with your restaurant coach, whoever you're working with, to ensure what's going on. You don't pay too much rent. Are the rents going up or are they going down? What's happening in the area? Look at the current restaurants in the area. Are they well managed? How are they getting the customers? Check out their profile on social media and website. Is their website optimized properly? Where is that traffic coming from? You can easily go through various software programs like SEMrush or ARS, those sort of programs, to get some idea where their customers are coming from. What are they keying in to find them? Once you find a property you like, negotiate a reasonable rental value. As I said before, do your homework. Ask for a rent-free period. 3 months is not uncommon, especially if it's been vacant for a while. Market your idea to the landlord. Make them feel involved and sell the idea that you are going to be good for their property. Look out for lease escalation costs. Ensure rent increases are fair. Work with your coach or restaurant, commercial property expert to negotiate this deal. Also note that landlords and business owners think a bit differently. Look at your application form from the landlord side. So how many application forms I've seen get rejected because they weren't written out properly. They're done honestly, but not telling the landlord what they want to hear, what aspects of your business experience and your financial situation they want to know. This is especially important with large shopping centres. They're very hard on who they take into the shopping centre. They've got shareholders to report to. In fact, all landlords are the same. They need to know that you've got capacity to pay rent. You're a good business person as well. Draw up a business plan with realistic projections. How is this going to fit in with the premises you're looking at? When you look at the lease, is it long enough or short enough? How can you expand or contract if things slow down? Look for existing restaurant setups, saving on getting approvals, time and costs, setting up and making adjustments. It's nice to start off with a brand new empty space and fit it out with the best, latest possible equipment. It's very expensive. You've got to get approvals. It takes time. You lose time, especially if you've got a rent-free period. Time is money. Every week, the clock is ticking. More and more expenses. It could take you months to set up, or even longer. A lot of restaurants have failed because it's taking too long to set up. They've spent too much money on free time and paying rent unnecessarily for so long, they run out of cash. You don't want to be in that situation. If you need to buy equipment, look around for second-hand stuff. You'll get it for a fraction of the price of new. And if you do need to buy anything new, look at leasing so that you're not outlaying this large expense. Keep your cash reserves for a rainy day. Get a quantity surveyor to get an accurate value of the existing furniture, fittings, equipment for tax depreciation purposes. Redesigning the restaurant. You can hire a team of designers, but there are programs out there at the moment with AI programs there, design programs which give you an idea. And then when you get be successful, then you can hire the designers and do it as much as you like. Get started to have something nice, attractive to entice a customer. Don't spend too much money initially. Look at ways on improving the flow of the restaurant, the travel times between different areas, so that people are not bumping into each other or walking long distances from the kitchen to the serving area, or from one side of the kitchen to the other side, or from the storeroom to the kitchen, etc. These extra meters mean more time. Time is money. Probably not a good idea to have a large menu to start off with, at least in the early stages. Smaller menus are easier to manage, less staff, and easier to train staff to do so, because there's less mistakes, not as complicated. They specialise very quickly. Marketing, do your research. Where are you getting your best return? Measure your return. So if you're spending $1 to get $4 worth of sales, it's worthwhile. Spend $10, $100, $1,000. It adds up. It's called return on investment. Marketing is an investment, not a cost. Don't just throw money around to magazines and newspapers and websites that try to entice you with some sales talk. Make sure you're fully set up with the free websites. The most important ones are Google Business, Bing, and also Apple. They're free accounts. Keep posting on those sites, adding reviews, have a presence on the web. So people find you easily. Make sure it's configured properly. Get someone to help you with it. It's free advertising, at the moment anyway. Look for partnerships with local businesses, theatres, motels which haven't got any food and beverage facilities, Chamber of Commerce, schools, kindergartens, time villages. How can you get partnerships to work with them? Donations. Be involved with the community. Be seen. Make sure you've got at least 6 months of cash reserves, especially in the early period, because it could take you a while to get established. Organise food contracts with suppliers and maintenance contracts with your equipment. Try and work contract prices as well too. You know you're keeping your costs under control. Above all, set up a good cost control system. Doing this right not only improves your chances of successful opening of a restaurant, but ensures better negotiations with suppliers and the landlord in the future. Success has many rewards. The best way to get attention from other good landlords is to be successful. They know who's doing well. They'll find you. Smart landlords notice. You never know when the landlord may be knocking on your door because they've either developed a new property and they've got a vacant spot, they want to put a restaurant in there, or their current restaurant tenant hasn't paid any rent or failed, and then your person, they will try to entice you to get in there. And it does happen. And as well, that many of them are willing to offer you incentives to go in. They want good tenants. If you're seen in the area as a good tenant, the rewards will be there for you. They'll find you, believe me. A lot of times it won't cost you anything to move in there. Just give you the keys and go in there. Restaurant with no money up front. So when you're looking to open a restaurant, keep your costs under control. Do your homework. Have a business plan. Go through the cost control systems I mentioned before. In my other video, restaurants with the highest profit margins. Do this right, and your chances of being successful will greatly increase. You never know. You might start a number of restaurants down the track. I've seen it happen plenty of times. I'd like to hear comments. This is Tastzidis for best restaurant results. And please subscribe to this channel for videos like this.